the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Good Wednesday evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the AcesUp Big Track 410 Sprint Car Series. The world famous Eldora Speedway tonight on the menu. Got a plethora of drivers in here. There was 20 some at last count. I'll go back and count those for you in a minute, but I want to get to the points first. Just a couple of races left. We got tonight's race and next Wednesday night. We'll wrap things up right now. Tanner Pettit, 284 total markers for him. Joey Lindgren, 274. And Lindgren had a rough week last week, and that dropped him from the top, so a little shake-up in the points. Top two for sure. Eric Whitner, a mere 11 points in arrears in third. Then Noah Carpenter and Cameron Pritchard, those guys a little ways back, about 15 and about 27, 28 back for Pritchard. So everybody still has a shot. Tonight, I do know Cameron Pritchard will not be qualifying. '23 drivers officially have checked in at this point. Drivers out on the track doing a little hot laps, wheel packing things in. We'll start seeing some times pop up here. Ross Kaiser, quickest. Right now, Kaiser, 12.4 seconds. Pritchard, second quick. Just two, Derek, just two. Tonight's race and next Wednesday night is it. Ross Kaiser on pit road. Let's see where Cameron Pritchard's at right now. He's rolling off of pit road. Let's, I don't know. I think that was Mason Coffey. Yeah, that went rolling by there. Ryan Avila, Ryan Padgett, all out here tonight. Kenny Hoffman. Going to be a very interesting last couple of nights, especially with the points as tight as they are. Any little thing can cause the driver to lose a lot of spaces on that leaderboard. So Kaiser, Pritchard, and Hoffman, the fastest in practice right now. They'll have a couple of minutes to get the track worked in, then we'll get ready for qualifying and heat races. Don't forget about tomorrow night, Elite Performance Industries. We'll put their 410 non-wing sprint cars back in action, 8 o'clock Eastern, so tune in for that. And then we will not have anything again until next Wednesday night as the big holiday weekend when everybody stays safe out there. Travel smartly if you're going to the lake. Watch the other guy, because all the crazies will be out on the lake drinking and tearing things up this weekend. Ryan Avila's car. Oh, let's go check out Tanner Pettit here. He's running around the 24 machine. Looks like he's going to shut it down right there when we put the camera on him. All the drivers may be working on just qualifying. Scott Thomas in here. Don't forget about the big event next month. 3 nights of racing is officially announced. All 3 nights. June the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. June the 19th, the King of the Wing kickoff with the Tim Sims Front Row Challenge. That'll be a 3:05 sprint car race at Lima Land. And then Tuesday night will be the Raging Cajun Classic, the ASCS 360 format for that. And Wednesday night, the big one, the 5th annual Jason Johnson Memorial. That's the 19th, 20th, and 21st of June. Go over to Dirt Slingers Racing League Facebook page and get registered. Find the posts, read all the information, so you'll know what's going on. Your boat motor won't go down, but like it won't trim down. I don't even know how we got talking about boat motors on here already tonight. I saw that the Millie Maniacs were already in the house, so it should be an exciting one if they're going to get kicked off during the warm-up session. We should have a heck of a show tonight. Those of you that can't see, I'm not inviting you to go somewhere else. I do want Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Those guys hang out on the YouTube channel, and they have become kind of a staple, quite a hoot to pay attention to. So if you want to join in their conversation, make sure you get over there to YouTube and partake. Driver's rolling out. Let's go watch. Let's see if, well, he's not going to roll very far. Doesn't look like. Josh Whiteman, however, is going to. Yeah, I did say be safe with the link. You said your boat motor won't go down. I don't even understand. I mean, will it not trim down? What's the deal? I don't get it. All right, Tanner Miller, 1274, quickest right now. Paget, a little ways off, about a tenth. We're going to see what Whiteman was about a quarter second. And now he is going to jump to just under Grandy. Joseph Grandy goes to the top. There's Whitner. As he shuts it down, let's try to see Tim Smith. There's the guy we were watching. He has won the last 2 events. Looking to see if he can three-peat here tonight. He is going for the pole. Does not look like. Yes, it does. He did time in just barely. I thought he was going to be about 100th slow, and he is 100th quicker than Joseph Grandy. Alex Bergeron, 4th quick right there. Mason Coffey now out on the track. Got it wound up and fired up, and he is trying to get it going here. Gonna time in first quick, 1/1000th of a second, actually putting him on top of our pylon this evening. He bests Tim Smith. Joey Lindgren now on the track. Getting down to it here. Got about 24 of them checked in. Got about 19 of them that have timed in already. This one driver who had not timed in just yet. Keeping it right up to the top. Now we'll see that cut down line that everybody uses. Enter high, cut it down, 3 and 4. Try to keep it locked in, swing it out, and we'll see what kind of time Lindgren has. Kenny Hoffman took over the top spot, but not for long as Joey Lindgren goes 12:61 to take the top spot. Only Cooper and McGeety have a shot at pulling the top spot away. And Cooper, 9th quick on his first lap. Second lap. Oh, time ran out before he could get it in. The only car to not take time, and that was due to penalties, was Cameron Pritchard. So we are going to get ready to get down here and have a look at our starting grid. For heat number 1, it's going to be the 16 car of Lindgren on pole. You'll have Tim Smith next to him. Smith in the 86. The 8 of Ross Kaiser will start inside the second row next to Eric Whitner. Whitner, the 17 car. You'll see Tanner Miller in the 9, starting inside row number 3 next to Ryan Avila in the 49. And your back row for heat number 1, the 98 of Ryan Paget, next to the 83 of Rob Yost. Top 4 automatically into the A feature tonight. Okay. That it still sounds like a trim deal to me, Derek, but maybe you ought to check and see if the lock clicked in. When it was all the way up, there's little locks on the back of those right there on that transom, and some of those outboard motors will have that little lock. And so I've had one that was locked, but I think someone did it to me on purpose. So, all right. Lights off on the pace truck. We are going to go green. out of turn number 4 this time. Green flag in the air. We're going to go down into 1 and 2. Almost nose to tail the first 2, but they're going to get side by side from about the 3rd row on back, and they're 3 wide going into 3 and 4. They're going to survive this. Whitner, Kaiser, and Miller were all right there. It looks like they're going to slice and dice a little bit early in this one. Tanner Miller bringing the 9 car through the eye of the needle, and he shoots right up to the 4 spot, then turns right around and gives it away. Good battle here between Whitner and Miller, back and forth, and now Whitner has the outside and keeps Miller pinned in. So put Whitner up to the 4 spot. Lindgren hanging on to the lead. Smith in second. He's being hounded by the 8 car of Ross Kaiser. Kaiser now off the bottom of 3 and 4, the short slider in 1 and 2. He is going to grab second. Don't know if there's enough time for him to run Lindgren down. He's going to really have to make tracks. Lindgren, Kaiser, Smith, 1, 2, 3. Whitner hanging on to the last direct transfer spot. Everybody behind that, Miller, Paget, Avila, and Yost may be going through the B main tonight. White flag out. Lindgren 0.6 of a second. He is cruising right here. Lindgren already coming out of turn 4. He'll win the first heat. Kaiser second. Smith third, and Whitner your top 4. Miller, Paget, Avila, and Yost. We'll see them back out for a consi here in just a little while. So we'll get ready to look at the starting lineup for heat number 2. This is how they're gonna start the race. The 1 car of Kenny Hoffman on the pole. The 518 of Joseph Grandy will be on his outside. Alex Bergeron in the 12 inside row number 2. He'll have Noah Carpenter in the 42 on his outside. Nick McGeethy driving the 73 car inside row number 3. And Brett Wilson, the 53 car, will be on the outside of that row. And your final row for heat number 2. Joe Howe, the 43 inside. Bowen Smith in the 12 on the out. Hello, Wyatt. Drivers rolling them out. Couple of parade laps here. Next 4 to transfer in. Coming out of this one, not willing to put myself out there and call who I think it could be, because any of these 8 cars has a legitimate chance to get up there if the guy in front of him makes a mistake. Pace truck headed to the infield. And Kenny Hoffman quickly to the throttle. He'll grab the lead. Bergeron trying to get into second. Goes inside out in 1 and 2. And Grandy's going to peek to the inside down in 3 and 4. Does he have enough grip on exit? No, Bergeron will be second. Now that top lane starting to form up nose to tail. There goes Noah Carpenter. He moves into third. Moved Grandy back to the bubble. Already just 2 laps in. Good battle shaping up for second. Carpenter trying to work the inside. I think there might have been a tiny bit of contact right there. Bergeron and Carpenter. Bergeron get the better end of it as he goes right to the top side in 3 and 4. Now the battles for the bubble spot. McGeethy went after Grandy, slid him in 3 and 4, couldn't hang on to it in 1 and 2. But McGeethy not giving that up just yet. He'll go for the long, low slider here in 3 and 4. Comes to the outside. Drag race and a little bit of contact. Now both cars into the fence. Both going to drop back. That's going to put Bowen Smith from the 8th starting spot into a transfer spot. Whoa, I forgot to show you guys how the count was going here. Apologize for that. But Hoffman and Bergeron. Going at it at the front. White flag. Car parked right there. Oh, my. It's going to be Hoffman, Carpenter, Smith, and Wilson. Let's go back here real quick. Let's just go back. I want to see what happened right here because these two were going at it pretty good. Hoffman was able to get back around the outside, and then a car, Nick McGeethy's car, just parked right there on the bottom and annihilates. And then he got hit again, so wow. Interesting what was going on in that one. Let's get them lined up for heat number 3 here. Should be our final heat of the evening. It's going to be a 24 Mason Coffee on pole. And then Tanner Pettit in the 24 car. We'll start to his outside. The 12 car, Michael Cooper, inside row number 3. And I'll have the 24 car of Josh Wyman. How many times this season has it been all 3 24 cars in the same heat race? I think it's been every week. Matt Graham, the 91, will start inside row number 3, and he'll have Scott Thomason in the 6 on his outside. And then we'll see the 17 of Lockie Phillips inside row number 4 with Cameron Pritchard in the 21. Pritchard in the top 5 in the points right now. And really needs to get going if he wants to make a direct transfer into the feature. Couple of pace laps. Oh, reload. Seriously. Okay. Let's do this again. Okay, much better. Here we go. The Billy Maniacs getting at it already tonight. What do you got good for me tonight there, fellas? Something we could chew on all night long. Remember, family friendly. Family friendly. All right, pace truck is out of the way. Green flag. Out for the final heat race. Coffee. Right to the top. Looks like he is going to try to run that qualifying line here. Through 3 and 4, went for the slider there. Got some company. Pettit now. Going to take a shot at the slider into 3, up high on 4, a little wiggle there, but Pettit leads lap number 2. They'll go right to Slide Job City, back and forth till somebody settles it. And it might have got settled right there with Pettit covering that inside line on the entry to 3. So Pettit, Coffee, Cooper, and Whiteman, all 3 of our 24 cars and the 12 car, making up our top 4 right now. Oh, and Coffee, trouble. Found the fence at 3 and 4. He may give up 2 or 3 spots, and he might be the bubble boy coming out of turn number 2. Cuts it to the bottom, goes 3 wide for just a second. He may go all the way back to second. Battling now with Michael Cooper. Good battle between these two. Coffee with the slider now. Matt Grimm, the 91, puts himself in 4th as he gets around Whiteman. There'll be 3 wide going into 1 and 2. A great battle. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They're all tight together back here. A little bit of contact that time. Michael Cooper had a problem. He's going to fall all the way to the back. So it's Pettit, Coffee, Whiteman, and Grimm. Grimm, the black and green car, and he is under fire from Lockie Phillips on the white flag lap. It was all Pettit. Coffee. And all the way back to Grimm back there. He took the final transfer spot in the heat. So we're taking 6 cars. They take 24. No, they take 20. 20 of the features. So B-mains for B-main's sake, I think. Oh, no, because we're going to eliminate a couple of drivers here. That's what we're going to do. We'll probably take about 4 from each of these. So Taylor Miller, Lockie Phillips, row 1. Alex Bergeron, Ryan Avila, row 2. Cameron Pritchard and Joe Howe going to make up that final row. Miller rolling the 9 car out there. All the Team Millie fans. Hello, Mr. Nichols. Hope you're feeling better today. All right, Green, this time out of 4, looking to take 4 drivers. We have split the field in half. 2 B-mains, take 4 out of each. That will fill in the final 8 spots. We will send 4 drivers home this evening. Pace truck gonna duck in right here. And Miller wasted no time. As soon as that pace truck twitched, he hit the throttle. And he will lead us into turns 1 and 2. Bergeron, Pritchard, Lockie Phillips. Now Phillips and Avila getting together. That almost got pretty ugly right there. Lockie Phillips on the outside looking in right now. So is Ryan Avila in that 49 as Joe Howe in the 43. Grabbed the spot briefly coming out of 2. Miller still out front. Bergeron half second back. We're watching the battle for the final transfer spot. Now we're going to go take a quick peek as Cameron Pritchard looks like he's trying to make a run off the top side and take second away from Bergeron. Now goes to the inside 1 and 2. That's a slider coming. Weed whacking, huh? A little over 0.8 of a second out in front. Going to be the wave lap here. 5 to go. Bergeron still second. Pritchard still all over him for third. Ryan Avila is sitting in the final transfer spot right now. Joe Howe and Lockie Phillips, 5th and 6th, first 2 drivers, looking to be eliminated tonight if they do not improve where they're at in the next 3.5 laps. I think Phillips' car might have got hurt when he and Avila got into it on lap number 2 there. This thing's starting to stretch out. Bergeron closed the gap about half and now lets it sort of open up. Now he closes down a little more. He's going for the, oh boy, slider. Yep, he's going to have to grab a handful, try to keep that car going, especially now since he's the bubble boy. 5th and 6th are right there. They're going to go right on around him, move him back to 7th, and that is outside looking in. As Pritchard grabbed the lead in the exchange of Avila and Miller. 2 and 3, Howe, the catbird seat right now. The white flag is out. Howe's going to find the fence. Can Lockie Phillips throw the slider for the transfer spot? Pritchard, Avila, and Miller, and Howe transferring through to tonight's A-main. Phillips and Bergeron. Sorry about your luck, boys. Come back and try again next week. So, another B-main, going to take 4 out of this one. Send 2 more home. Brett Wilson and Ryan Padgett are going to make up our front row. Then Scott Thomason and Nick McGeethy in row number 2. Rob Yost and Michael Cooper, the final row. Should be another pretty well contested one. Took it out of the park. Well, good. Tiny Dancer in the house. I knew you'd get a chuckle out of that photograph I sent you earlier today, Scotty. I always do. Every time that comes on and I see that, I feel like it's a necessity to send you that picture. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. Make sure if you're on Facebook, go over to the Dirt Racing Network's Facebook page, like, share, follow. If you're on YouTube and Twitch, hit subscribe. You'll know every time we go live. It's going to be Sunday through Thursday here by the end of the next month. It's going to get live around here again. All right, we should be going green this time out of turn number 4. Just waiting on Thomason and Paget. Get us going. See if old Scotty Thomason can make the feature tonight. He's usually pretty good at Eldora. He's going to have to work out of the B-main, and he gets us started right. Looks like McGeethy tried to go for second. They were 3 wide for a split second. It didn't work out. Paget grabs it back. McGeethy, Yost, and Wilson now. And those two are going to battle over that final transfer spot. All right, now it's Yost, the 83 car, hanging on to it. This group's staying a little bit tighter early in this one. Oh, there's a problem. McGeethy out of shape. He almost took out a couple of guys. They're all going to escape and be able to continue racing. But that's going to put Thomason, Paget, Yost, and now Michael Cooper will be our bubble boy. Brett Wilson, Nick McGeethy getting into some trouble back in 3 and 4. And McGeethy is going to keep it righted and be able to roll away. He is going to be way behind, and he is going to try to grab the back of the pack. I think he's going to be a lap down. That car looks very broken. So we're down to 5 to go, and Thomason still out in front. Paget trying to run him down. Cooper's a good ways back, about 1.4 seconds behind Paget. And then Rob Yost has a very comfortable 1.5 second cushion over Brett Wilson right now. Laps clicking away pretty quickly. McGeethy's done. Took it to the infield. That will end Nick's night this evening. Thomason gap starting to close late in this second LCQ. 2 to go, the signal. That time Paget a little heavy into the wall out of turn number 4, and it slowed him down just a little bit. Cooper hanging on to 30. Yost still 4th, and Wilson trying to close in. Just don't think he's got enough time to get there. So we're already into the white flag lap. The battle is at the front. Paget had a thought about going low, trying to go after Thomason. He doesn't get it done. Thomason, Paget, Cooper, Yost going to be the 4 transfer cars. Wilson, McGeethy also finished for the evening. So our 20 car field, pardon me, is now set. And they're going to hold the short drivers meeting, and then let them out for a very brief warm-up period before we get ready to go to tonight's 30-lap A main. Moving along pretty quick tonight. We'll talk to our top 3, and we'll also talk to our hard charger this evening. Finish Line Designs sponsoring the hard charger for us. That camera noise is... or that camera switch noise is interesting. I think some of the drivers have decided they are getting prepped up to go out as soon as they open the track for the warm-up. 2 features remain in the season. "30-lap feature we're about to see, and 1 more week next week. And then these guys are on a little bit of a break. Been kind of talking to everybody, finding out what's going to happen for the next season. Who is the milkman? Is that you, Shay? Who is the milkman, Shay? I am unaware. You guys got to help me out with this. Every week it's something new from the Millie Maniacs over there. Not really sure what the guys are doing. Burning up some expensive-ass tires on pit road tonight, I guess. Should be letting the driver start to roll out and finish packing the track down a little bit here. A little final warm-up in. Oh, okay. All right. So now we're changing the name of you guys. I can't keep up with this. I just can't. Well, Nathan Grapacheski in the chat tonight. How you been, Nate? Both Nathan Palmer's here too. I just saw that. That's right. You heard it here first. Absolutely. We innovate. We were the first to start giving the drivers nicknames. And if you got a fan base that, is entertaining, I'm going to name them too. You guys, you fit the bill. And some of the content that I think is discussed is a little questionable, but hey, you gotta be yourself, I suppose. All right, about 15 seconds. We're going to line them up for tonight's 30-lap A main. I've been good. I've been very busy with work. I haven't had enough time to spend sitting and not only not racing, but really not having enough time to spend with the broadcast stuff. We're trying to rebrand everything, and I have just been so busy I haven't even been able to finish that up. Yeah, I'm hoping that in about 2 weeks we get a new build that is phenomenal. I really, truly am looking forward to this new build. All right, let's get the starting lineup for tonight's 30-lap A main. AcesUp 410 sprint cars, the big track series. It's going to be Joey Lindgren and Kenny Hoffman on our front row. Tanner Pettit and Ross Kaiser in row number 2. Noah Carpenter and Mason Coffey, row 3. Tim Smith, back-to-back winner. He's going for 3 in a row here, and he'll start 7th tonight, so a little bit of work in front of him. Bowen Smith, start on the outside of that 4th row. 5th row, Josh Whiteman and Eric Whitner. And Joseph Grandy and Matt Grimm in row number 6. Cameron Pritchett, Scott Thomas in row 7. Ryan Avila, Ryan Padgett, Ryan and Ryan show in row number 8. Tanner Miller, Michael Cooper. Row 9 and row 10, Joe Howe and Rob Yost. Those guys from 13th on back came from the 2 LCQs this evening. So the top 2 in points are going to start nose to tail. Lindgren had the points lead last week. Problems all night long. Ends up coming in tonight second to Tanner Pettit. Pettit's going to start right behind him in the feature. And Noah Carpenter is right there in about 4th in the points. And so he's going to start inside on that 3rd row. So 3 of your top 5 starting in the top 6 positions. Five. Is that what we're saying for cautions? Woo, I don't know. It is Eldora, and it can either go one of 2 ways. Super good or bleep show. So. All right, pace trucks out of the way. A-main, 30 laps. Underway, 1 and 2 is going to almost look like a 80, 90 mile an hour parking lot right there. They were 3 wide for a split second and about 4th. Now they're 2 wide at the front. As Hoffman's trying to work around Pettit. Couldn't get it done. Kaiser's going to the top side. Top 4, single file along the fence. 5th place right here, Tim Smith. Smith went all the way to the bottom. Now he's going to be stacked on the bottom 3 wide. Carpenter was right there in the middle. Smith now moving up to 4th. Can he clear? Couldn't clear Hoffman. Carpenter's going to work back to the inside again. Now he goes all the way back to the 6th spot. Carpenter and Smith trying to work out 5th and 6th right now. Smith looks like he's got it for the moment. Can he get the grip out of the 2 and take the spot? Caught you for the first time. Tanner Miller and Joseph Grandy look like maybe they've had a problem. Oh, let's get a little better view of this and see what happens. Miller right there. Oh, he got a little free getting out of the corner. Oh, there was some contact right in front that everybody's collected in it. Looks like the 98 car of Padgett is who had the initial contact. Scott Thomason is in it. So he's going to the infield. Miller, cart, absolutely destroyed suspension-wise. So the milkman not making any more deliveries tonight. How about that? $100-meter dash. Is that on foot? Are you going to ride bikes, skateboards, one wheels? So at least 5 cars. Let's see, Matt Grimm just rolled back out. So he must have got a little something, went in to get it checked out. It is still Lindgren, Pettit, Kaiser, Hoffman, Smith, Carpenter, Whitner, Bowen Smith. That was Timothy Smith, then Bowen Smith. Timothy Smith 5th, Bowen Smith 8th, then Pritchard and Whiteman. Pritchard already +4, but not hard charger, as Rob Yost back in 14th is +6. We get ready to restart here. 25 laps remaining. Unicycles, I love it. Is it the little electric ones? Like on that ridiculous insurance commercial? Lindgren out of 4, holding on to the lead, but Pettit now right there. Pettit looking for an opportunity, a slip up, a bump into the fence, something. But Ross Kaiser is trying to make his own way, and I think he's got a little quicker car right now. Looks like he's having to pedal it to stay behind Pettit. Hoffman still 4th, Smith 5th, Carpenter is 6th, Whitner up to 7th. There's your 3rd place in the points right there. 17 car Whitner. He's running in the top 10. Bowen Smith is right there. Cameron Pritchard now up to the 9th spot. Go back to the front, Lindgren. Still holding the lead. Now Kaiser's going to cut it down low out of 2. Go to the inside, 3 and 4. Can he go 2 for 1? Kaiser double slider right there, and he can't quite hang on to the lead. He takes over 2nd, gets that away from Pettit. He showed Lindgren he can make it work. I think if he didn't have to pass 2 of them, he might have stuck that. He's going to go for it again down here, 1 and 2. Quick slider into the middle and up high. Battle starting to shape up behind the leaders for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Between Hoffman, Smith, and Whitner now. Or excuse me, that's Pettit, Smith, and Hoffman. This battle not over by a long shot for the lead. Kaiser again in 3 and 4. Comes off the top side. New leader. Almost halfway. Kaiser led that lap. Now cuts down. Clear by 3 or 4. He'll go into the hot top side and see if he can keep it locked in. Ross Kaiser. Bumps the fence. That opens the door for Lindgren. He's going to go down and cover the slider line. Halfway home. 15 in, 15 yet. There's only one more week left that I know of, Davis, but I'm sure they're going to get right back at it. It won't take too long. Here comes Lindgren with the slider through 1 and 2. Nope, going to keep it locked on the bottom. I don't know if that's going to work. When Kaiser hits the fence on the outside, of course it's going to work. And now Lindgren's going to go back to the front, and Kaiser's going to find some more fence down there. Pettit went for the big slider and banged it hard into the outside wall with the right rear. Down in 1 and 2. Kenny Hoffman now. Right on the push bar on the back, and once again, Kaiser finding some fence on the exit of 4. Here comes Tim Smith on the bottom. Tim Smith going for 3 in a row if he could find a way to get to the front. He's got about 11 circuits to get it done. That was a great move by Pettit, but Kaiser was able to cross him right back over. And caution this time. Oh boy, that's not what. That can't be right. Tanner Pettit finds the fence. Oh, yeah, it is going to be Pettit. He's going to cut it right down in front of Smith and get turned. He's able to keep it going, but he was the reason for our latest caution. And you guys are so brutal in the chat. All right. Lindgren, Kaiser, Hoffman, Smith, Whitner, Carpenter, Bowen Smith, Pritchard, Whiteman, Avila. Back through the top 10 right there. Then Howe, Yost, Coffey, and Pettit. As Pettit was the last caution, he's going to drop all the way to 14th. The other 6 cars off the track. Early problems for those 6 cars. Should get lights out this time. We do. Somebody else just rolled out. I'm not sure who that was that rolled out. Maybe Matt Grimm back on track again. A lot of damage to that car. He's been off the pace for a while. Got lapped during that last exchange. I think I see the 9 car rolling back out. Miller. And it looks like he will stay on the lead lap, and he'll be the 15th place car. Grimm and Paget, Cooper, all a lap down.
Green flag.
Green flag back in the air. 10 laps remaining. Once again, Lindgren going to the top side. I saw Kenny Hoffman, that is, drop right to the bottom. Tried to make up some ground on the entry in 1 and 2. Just didn't pan out on the exit for him. Here comes Timothy Smith, making a vie for the podium. Working side by side with Hoffman. He stays wide, 3 and 4. Now cuts to the bottom. They'll go right back, sliding each other. That time Smith with a good run on the bottom 1 and 2. Pulls up in front of. Don't know if it's going to hold up as Hoffman right back around him. Lindgren's already built almost a half a second. That time Smith right to the tires with the right sides on Hoffman's car, and Hoffman not phased, goes right after the slider again in 3 and 4. Now battle for the lead. Kaiser look to the inside out of 4. Caution's going to slow things down. This looks like maybe Cameron Pritchard. Pritchard, center of the screen, 21 car. That's Ryan Avila. Oh, yeah. Yep. Avila got the right front across in front of the car, and Pritchard found it with the left front, and that's a pretty wild ride right there. That will relocate parts on the car fairly effectively. So, going to be about a 5-lap shootout. Maybe 4. About a 4-lap shootout, looks like. Lindgren, Kaiser, Hoffman, Smith, and Whitner in the top 5. Then Carpenter, Smith. That's Bowen Smith in the 12. Via Whiteman and Pettit. So your points leader, mired back deep in this one again. 10th place. He started inside row number 2. And now he's going to line up about 10th on the restart with 4 to go. Nathan Davis, haven't seen your name on the sign-up sheet yet, coincidentally. All right, lights off on our pace truck. Going to get ready to go back to green again. I'm going to watch. We may have 5 to go here. We do. We have the wave lap coming up this time around. It'll be the green flag with 5 fingers. And that's our 3rd caution. So far, the under holding up. With 5 to go, not likely to get too many more. Lindgren on the restart. Good jump for him. Kaiser still 2nd. Hoffman again. Trying to hang on to 3rd as Smith went to the bottom. Whitner just a little ways back. And it looks like Noah Carpenter trying to go after Whitner, didn't make it work out. Lindgren getting some good jumps, and he's able to build a pretty good gap. 3 to go this time. Top 3 have broken away slightly from 4th place Tim Smith. I don't think 5th place is done being contested just yet. Ross Kaiser caught down. He's got a good run out of 4. Short slider into 1 and 2. Right to the outside. Can he hang on? Keep Lindgren back there. Wasn't able to do it to that lap. White flag in the air this time. Who's going to get back to the line first? Kaiser again with a good move into 1 and 2. Couldn't get down and cover that slider line. Lindgren long, low, lengthy slider. Lindgren hangs on. Kaiser 2nd. Hoffman will bring it home in 3rd. Our hard charger this evening going to be the 49 car of Ryan Avila as he picks up 9 spots, finishing 6th tonight. So we got to wait for the drivers to show up in the Discord channel. Looks like Mr. Lindgren has made his way in. We're waiting for Ryan Avila. There's Ryan. Ryan, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, you, man, going 9 places forward in a 6th place finish in this thing tonight. It looked like a pretty interesting feature from up here. How was it from the driver's seat?
Qualifying went terrible. I just ran the wrong line. And then the heat, my luck is terrible, so it's just a result of that. But the feature started off lap 1. I was already broke. My left rear was already pushed in. Just kind of a mix-up in the back. It's kind of what happens. I feel like if I started up front, I would have had a good charge through, but I would have never known. So
It didn't look like the guys were doing a whole lot of pushing and shoving. It looked like some guys maybe going after some heavy sliders and finding a little bit of fence. You kind of started deep in this thing. Was that what you were seeing in front of you?
a little bit, yeah. It's kind of hard to see. We got a kind of a sizable gap after that first caution. It's just this track is so big, it kind of spaces out over time. So I was just putting laps in and being consistent. I don't know. This is one of my better tracks, so I'm surprised I didn't qualify so well. I don't know. I got screwed in the heat, and then that's just the result of the bad qualifying effort.
Well, still a nice recovery. You're going to come home in 6th. Give us some shout-outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you start getting ready for the season finale next Wednesday.
Oh yeah, my mom and dad for helping me through this whole iRacing career, whatever you want to call it. Clayton Tilley at SpeedShot51.com. All the guys over at Momentum Sim Sport for helping me out every single day. 213 Somewhere and 1425 Photography for helping me out.
All right, man. Well, congrats on Hard Charger tonight, and hopefully we'll get to talk to you on the podium to close things out next week.
Thank you.
All right, Avia, your Finish Line Designs Hard Charger tonight. And now we're going to get this guy up here. We've talked to him numerous times on the network. We're going to make him unmute his mic. Kenny Hoffman, good run tonight.
Yeah, thanks. We started out the night real strong, just that feature. I mean, felt really good, but, just kind of hard to pass on the track like this. So, when Tanner got an incident there, we had a good battle with him, and, we were able to hang on, kind of. Maybe I kind of wish I was closer to the top 2 that last lap. Because when they were sliding each other, maybe I could have tried to pull something off at least to, try. But, solid top 3 last week didn't really go too well. So, we'll take another podium.
Yeah, it looked like the track got pretty tricky out there, and you were really having to pick and choose when you went to the bottom. We saw you go there almost every restart. Was there a little bit down there? It's just not enough to get around somebody when everybody was up to full song?
I tried it the one restart, and I wish I didn't try it. It kind of just like pre-gened and was completely dead. There was really nothing to work down there. I mean, Tim got by me a couple times running down there, but he also had to not really run the bottom. He kind of pushed up onto the straightaway that kind of cut my momentum off. So I don't know. I don't really think anything was down there. I tried it once. The initial start, we got stuck in the middle, bottom, there's cars everywhere. But once we were able to move it up to the top and get that clear line, that was definitely a place that I needed to be in the car.
Well, still a fantastic run. Podium's nothing to scoff out. One race left, man. What do you think the chances are of getting it back on the podium, maybe up a couple steps by next Wednesday night?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Winning is something you can't really guarantee. You kind of just gotta play it race by race. But I'm sure we might be able to. Hopefully, we can at least pick up a win somewhere. I know there's only 2 weeks left, so we'll see how it goes. But as long as we can just stay consistent, especially after the bad points week at Port and USA, those 2 weeks that we got kind of shafted around by other people. So we'll see how it goes these final 2 weeks and just finish where we finish to the best of our abilities.
All right, man, give us some shout-outs, some thank yous. We'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, just shout out to all my teammates. Ross getting second there, and Eric, He was also with us in the top 5. So shout out to those guys, and then everybody at Racecraft Academy. We got Nitro Circus guys, Next Level Racing, Pimax, Apex Gamer PCs, and then thank you for coming out broadcasting for us every Monday, and thanks for the admins that are running the league.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Kenny Hoffman finishing third tonight. Out of here already. Let's get Ross Kaiser up here. He made some moves. Some looked fantastic. A couple of them worked. I think he really wishes that the 2-for-1 that he went for would have stuck a little bit better. Ross Kaiser, what do you think, buddy?
Yeah, definitely improvement. Finally not doing a hard charger tonight. That definitely helped things out. Yeah, those qualifying went decent. Qualified pretty good. Heat racing went well. Was able to go from 3rd to 2nd, and then feature definitely felt really fast up there on the top side. Got the lead, and then made a few mistakes and lost it. And then in the closing 10 laps, I was definitely faster than Joey. I just couldn't get the laps to catch him with the caution. So luckily, we were able to salvage a 2nd place finish and get some good points, though.
Yeah, you went 2-for-1 there, right around halfway. You almost stuck. You ended up taking 2nd away. What did you need to make that actually work? And if that would have stuck, could you have held him off?
Yeah, the 2-for-1, it worked, and then, what was it? I messed up on exit a little bit, and one of them, I think Joey got back by me. I was able to stay, once I got by Tanner, I was able to just stay in front of him, and then I got by Joey a few laps later, and I just couldn't hold him as long as I needed to. And then by the time he got around me, there was a few cautions, and he was able to just get comfortable where he was. And then I had to keep pushing and catching him, and then cautions would just break my momentum every time.
Well, still
So it was a good race.
Still an awesome run. 2nd place. Got one more round to go. Can we get the 8 car on the top step of the podium next week?
Yeah, I think there's 2 rounds to go.
I was thinking I saw the 31st, but I could be wrong. I read things super
there's
fast.
Knoxville and Charlotte coming up. Knoxville's
good.
another strong. Knoxville's a strong one for me, so I should be looking forward to a top 5 at least there, and then Charlotte should be fun. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All right, man. Well, give us some shout outs, some thank yous, and we'll let you get out of here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank Eric Whitner and Kenny Hoffman, Josh Edmondson, all the guys at Racecraft Academy for all the help they do. Next Level Racing, Apex Gaming PCs, Racecraft Academy, obviously, and then also got to give a shout out to the M9 guys, Timothy Smith and all them for letting us practice some laps with them earlier today before this session. And obviously the broadcast for all the streams.
All right, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on a great run. We'll look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you.
Here's 2nd place finisher, Ross Kaiser. And now we'll move on. We'll talk to this guy. Good recovery from last week. He picks up the win tonight. Joey Lindgren, how are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you, Roger?
I am pretty good, man. That's going to help you a lot in the points, especially with Pettit not having the greatest night. He did recover a little bit to get 8th place, but it was only a 10-point gap, and you had the lead of the points for a little bit. A couple of bad nights, man. You were in the chase. Now we got a couple races left to go. 16 card looking like it's on point again.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of salvaged. Kind of picked up a good week this week. USA wasn't really good to us. Had some PC problems, and it wasn't really a good week for me. Now looking at points right now, looks like we're leading again. So hopefully we can kind of keep consistent at our other tracks that we're going to. So hopefully we can pull out a championship on the league and just
Well, Ross Kaiser really put up a fight there, and he kind of went at you a couple of times. You were able to hold him off, and the restart looked like you were perfect on every one. Everybody had to chase you down. Did you have any worries with the last couple that maybe somebody could get you timed up?
Yeah, definitely. Kind of worried with Ross. He's really good here. It's just that I'm assuming this is his best track. He's always good at the big tracks, and this is the big track league. So kind of holding him off every week when I see him coming to the field is definitely stressful. But I just kind of dug down deep after he passed me and got him back. Just tried to hold him off the last few restarts. Tried to time it up a little different every time, and looks like I did, and every time Tilly in the spotter stand was saying he got a good start, so I just kind of mellowed out and kind of got into a groove. And a couple laps to go, I kind of stuffed it. Ross was there and made for a good finish. So
Well, an exciting run tonight here. A couple of races left in this one. Probably need to win maybe one of them, or at least finish in front of Pettit. How are you at Knoxville and Charlotte?
Knoxville, I'm not really good. Charlotte, I'm pretty good at. It's one of my better official tracks. Knoxville, not so much. Just had some bad luck there this season with officials, and just haven't really had pace there. And helps with not buying setups that week, so kind of hard to keep pace when everybody else is buying sets, and I'm on stuff that I try to make and doesn't work out. But bought sets from SpeedShop51.com. Tilly got them on the day halfway through the week, and started winning some races there, and started making some top threes, and yeah, that's kind of what transpired there for Knoxville week. So not really excited for Knoxville, but definitely gonna try to salvage something there.
All right, man. We'll give us some shout-outs and some thank yous, and we'll let you celebrate a great victory tonight.
SpeedShop51.com, Joey Langer Photography, Trent Pullman Designs, Backstretch Gaming, everybody else that's on the car, and Tanner, Ryan, and Tilly in Discord, and should be a good last 2 weeks.
All right, man. Thanks for chatting with us, and we'll look forward to seeing you back next week.
Thank you, Roger.
Joseph Lindgren picking up the win tonight. Going to see him move back up, maybe to the top in the points. Their point structure I'm not exactly familiar with, but 7 spots and only a 10-point gap coming in. So we may see that 16 back on the top when we come back next week. Let's look at the final results tonight. Lindgren, Kaiser, and Hoffman, 1, 2, 3. Tim Smith breaks the back-to-back, doesn't go 3 in a row. He does finish 4th tonight. Whitner in 5th. Avia Hard Charger in 6th. Carpenter in 7th. Pettit 8th. Bowensmith 9th. Howe 10th. Whiteman 11th. Coffey was 12th. Yost 13th. 14th to Miller. Paget 15th. Grimm 16th. Cooper 17th. Pritchard 18th. Grandy 19th, and Scott Thomason rounded things out. So there are 2 races. Went and checked while we were doing interviews. There are 2 races, Knoxville and Charlotte, coming up. For whatever reason, my old eyes didn't see the Charlotte race. I thought Knoxville closed things out for these guys next week. So we'll be here next week and on June the 7th. Should be exciting. 5 rounds in, 2 to go. Plenty of racing left. Anything can happen, especially when the top 4 were separated by 13 points. So we'll see how that goes. Appreciate everybody tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern. Elite Performance Industries 410 non-wing sprint cars will be in action. Till then, everybody keep it dirty. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Come back and see us